Hey everybody, this is Jeff Bascom coming to you from my home office here in Wayne, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia. Today I wanted to talk to you about, network marketing company selection. What would be a great criteria to help you identify a really good opportunity? And now I realize most of the time what happens is that you connect with the person, whoever shared you the opportunity, and you say, okay, it looks pretty good, and you get involved, and then you realize that there's a lot of challenges you didn't really understand or what we weren't aware of as you get going. And no big deal, it happens to everybody. But right now, for those of you, whether you're in network marketing now or whether you're looking for a company to be associated with, this could be very valuable information. I'm going to skip a lot of stuff because I realize I only have less than 10 minutes on YouTube, so I'm going to try to go really fast. And basically the bottom line is what you're looking for is a company that really focuses on the 80% of the people out there. I mean, you've heard of the 80-20 rule or the 20-80 rule, where 20% of the people make 80% of the money, and it's kind of funny, but it's true across the board in every industry. I mean, there's always the cream rises to the top. But what I'm talking about is basically you want to find a company that really their mindset, their culture is, we want to benefit everybody, okay? Not just the alpha personalities who know how to build network marketing businesses, but everybody, we want to benefit. And so I'm going to go through the list really fast. If I'm talking too fast, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do it in less than 10 minutes, so it's not easy. Anyway, the 12 points, one, and I have this to help me keep going. One is track record, okay? Track record has to do with, I think, longevity. If it's a startup company, then they really don't have a track record, and if you're conservative and you want to hitch your wagon to a company that's you can count on, you definitely want to have a track record, be able to look at a track record. So longevity, at least 5 years. You want to have something that you can look at. The second thing is you want a company that's financially, sound, okay? The company is debt-free, they manufacture their own core products, they have, other, storefronts running to them to try to, get their product through their network because they're so successful. This is a really good sign. I mean, if the company meets that criteria, that's good, okay? Strong management team would be the third item. You don't want a company run by, previous multi-level marketers or are already in multi-level marketing, because they might tweak things that benefit themselves, and you really want your company run by Fortune 500 type managers. People know how to really run a real business. So that strong management is important. Number 4 is unique consumable products by all. That means is they have a really unique product that everybody can benefit. Okay, the general public. Okay. And the fifth item, and where a lot of companies fall short, is competitive price. I mean, if you're really going to focus on the 80%, you're really going to focus on the middle class, the people that come from a consumer background. Even though they've gotten in the business, it takes some time to get a business mindset. They're still going to be impacted by price. If the price is a lot more than what they're used to spending, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing for the people in the system. It's not a good thing for the people, the customers. So competitive price. You have to have a price that's in line with the local stores. That's a huge thing. High reorder rate. You want a high reorder rate. You want to know something about what is the reorder rate of this company. Obviously you want it as high as possible, because if it's not, that means you're just going to have to do a lot more network marketing work. I mean, you want a product that where it's competitive price, the quality is good, and your customer wants to buy it again. So if your reorder rate is low, like 10%, you really bought yourself a whole lot of work. That's a challenge, okay? But if you have a reorder rate, let's say 95%, that's wonderful, because once the work's done, it's going to keep done over and over. Now that's something you can really hitch your wagon to and build something off of. So reorder rate is important. Low personal production requirements. This is another important one. I mean, what do I mean? How much business volume does somebody who's getting into the business have to generate to get either a check or a rebate or something? The lower the better, okay? If a person was, for example, if a person was used to spending $150 a month on a particular group of products every month, then they're not going to be that thrilled if now they have to spend $300 to $400 every month, you know, to get that benefit. So you want your low personal production to be low, okay? If it's like, let's say it's only like $60, $60 to $100, that's a good thing, okay? Number 7, low entry fee. Okay, you want a low entry fee. You don't want to be cost prohibitive, and really the fee, depending on what you're what you're marketing, really should be in the neighborhood of just to sign up, just to get access, like $30, and then maybe to get some products and so on, $300. But you really don't want it much more. You don't want to you don't want to load up people with a lot of products. Now again, it depends on the type of product you have and so on, but $30 to $300 is a good range. Is a reasonable entry fee. Another thing you want to look at, number 9, is what is the attrition level of this company. You want low attrition, and attrition really has to do with the competitive price and the reorder rate. Okay, so the higher the attrition, that just means you're going to have to do a lot more network marketing work. If the attrition rate is really low and people stay, then that's a very good thing. So you want to know something about that. Number 10, timing. Now, a lot of people think that timing it's really good timing if it's a startup company, and so on. You know what really good timing is when you're dealing with a company that's well established, meets all the other criteria, and nobody really, most people haven't heard about it. That's good timing. The reason why a lot of people may not have heard about the company is because bad news travels a lot faster than good news. Not just because a company had some bad news in the past doesn't make that a bad company. Most things you can Google something and always find negative things. It's a sign that when they had some bad news that they're probably more well known just because of the fact of human nature. It doesn't mean they're a bad company, but when we're talking about timing, a well-established company that is traveling below the radar and hasn't really been known by everybody or is not that well known, that's a very good thing, and timing is excellent for that company. Okay, we're moving on to 2 more. I hope we can get this done in 10 minutes. No breakaway, okay? You don't want breakaways. Breakaway, what is a breakaway? That's when you sponsor somebody and they reach a certain level of volume where they break away from you. Now, typically you do get an override bonus, but it's typically a lot less than what you would have gotten had they not broken away. So it's not an incentive thing. It doesn't. It goes against trying to help people build a business if you're making less money if they break away. So breakaways aren't a really good thing, and I would want to stay away from that concept. And 12, no risk. You want no risk. Okay. Now risk. We're talking about, how can we measure risk? Well, it's using money and so on, but it's at the first level, it's just 100% money back guarantee on all the products, no questions asked. So if a customer doesn't like it, they deal with customer service, they get their money back, or they get a replacement product without any hassle, and shipping would be free. That's no risk. But there's other risks too. The risk of time, the risk, if it's a stressful company or whatever, depending on the culture of the company, you don't want to risk the relationships with the people that you love, your spouse and so on. So that's important to consider as well. So there are the 12 items. I don't think there's one item that's not important. I think they're all important. But it's just what it is though it's tough to find a company that meets all that criteria. Now, if you'd like a copy of what I have in front of me, just or you'd like to look at a company that meets that criteria, you might find it's not an MLM type of company. You might find it's a consumer direct marketing type of company. It's a kind of a distance. It has some similarities, but culturally, it's a totally different thing, and the way it's set up is different. Just give me a call. My name and number should be around this video someplace, and love to hear from you. And that's it. Okay, have a great day. Bye.